Good morning, good afternoon, excuse me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this Risco in Tokyo. Coming at you with some more, Little Big Planet Dingu 3. Oh, it's Quill, how you doing? Are you doing good? Is life being kind to you? It better be being kind to you. You said yesterday that you had a bunch of teaching shifts going on. I hope they're not dragging you too hard, those kids. You're exhausted. That's a mood. That's a total mood. I I share your exhaustion. Although not, I imagine, for the same reason. They better not be dragging you too hard, right? Because no, Twitch, what are you doing? Twitch, don't... I almost started swearing, because of course I did. Twitch, why you gotta be like this? I swear to God. Care to scoot along and make some more space on the exhausted couch? We unfortunately got like all the space in the world on the exhausted couch because that's where we live now. That's not how you spell that. I'm trying to fix the game thing. I figured out finally how to do that after all this time. I hate that it took me this long, but Twitch's UI is garbage, as my mother would say. I think that's got it set. 4 days at school. Kids were pretty good, though. Kids were pretty good, comma, though some of the girls were being weird. And it was hard work to get through everything. That's... like, I feel all of that. I don't know why the gals were being weird. I mean, I can guess, and I hate that I can guess, but I don't know specifically. Hopefully they will come to be less weird. Why are you like that? I mean, not you. Quill, that would be a weird thing for me to say. Why are they letting me clip, like, right through... I guess maybe there's just enough space, and it's just small enough, but I hate everything about that, and I'm gonna have to do something about that. Alice! Yo! How you doing? I hope you're super well. I hope that you are not also exhausted, but I imagine that there is every possibility. Because everybody's exhausted right now. That's just the way these things go, apparently. And we hate it. You're doing good. I love to hear that. I'm a super big fan of Alice doing good. I'm a super big fan of everyone doing good, but in this case, because I'm specifically speaking to Alice, I'm gonna go with that. How do I want to do this? Are you... what is going on with you? It's so weird. I guess maybe that part's... whatever. I don't... Risco, what the hell are you doing? What is your major malfunction? Eh? 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 I just want it so I don't walk through the freaking board. There we go. Quill says, there were a couple of girls who kept staring a lot, and I heard some jokes between them that might have implied one of them had something of a crush on me, which is very uncomfortable. There are days where I wish I couldn't be visually perceived. That, yes, that would be quite uncomfortable. I can totally grok that feeling, and I hate it. Hopefully they will kind of get over their crush, although I suppose, I mean, is it better or worse than, like, outright aggression towards you? It's kind of hard to judge because they're both kind of gross but in different ways. Kronos! Wonderful to see you, Kronos. Hope you are doing very well as well. Hope that you don't got too much on your plate. You're not feeling too much stress. Kronos, did you see that apparently, like, Little Big Home devolved into gore posting, and they had to nuke the server? What? What? Alice says I might have slept only 2 hours or not. I don't know. All I remember is I remember going to bed at 2 a.m. Then I looked at 7 a.m. So I don't remember a dream. I probably just slept and didn't remember the dream or didn't have one. Do you feel rested, Alice? Because I guess that would be the important thing, is if you feel rested or not. That is just, it's so weird. Kronos, is so weird. Why though? Floppable! Hey, how you doing, yo? Hope you're doing really well. At least you're feeling rested then, Alice. That's the important thing. Rested enough is enough, yes. We want... Flopple's okay. Watch some anime with my partner and playing some Nier. I hope that you are enjoying the Nier and that you enjoyed the anime. Chronosis might be the cynic in me, but it's something like that is what I expect to find from the underbelly of the LVP community. I mean, you're not wrong. I kind of hate that you're not wrong, but you're not wrong. Flopple has definitely teared up seeing some characters, because I know horrible things the game's going to do. That's a mood, Floppable. That's a total mood. Ooh, ear piercing on Tuesday. Love it. We're excited for you. What am I doing? I mean, not specifically what am I doing with my life, although that's always a good question. But what am I doing here? Kronos says, why I still haven't started my second Omori playthrough? I haven't played Omori. I probably ought. Emotional support goths are awesome, and I'm glad that you have one. That sounds keen. Jinky's neat, even. Face lasers on Wednesday, been hanging it for weeks, but I had to keep pushing it back. Is it just like schedule issues, or hopefully schedule and not money? Because one of those is definitely better than the other. Hive says at one point I should get around to playing all the games I've kickstarted, so I can say I've done more than just Night in the Woods and Super Hot. I mean, you could do that, Hive, or you could just not. I find just not games is always a viable option. Ghoul says mostly, yeah, I get teaching calls way more frequently when I plan a thing. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of hateful sense. Like, stuff only ever comes up when you've got other stuff planned. I kickstarted only one game, one step from Eden, and I only really played it at launch. I mostly pledged for the art book. One step from Eden? What is that? That sounds... spoopy? Oh, looks kinda neat. Strategic deck building and real-time action with roguelike elements. Giving you the chance to carve a path of mercy or destruction. Do you really carve a path of mercy? That seems kind of weird. That's like a weird way to put it. Cool says I had to push it back through the holidays because I was working so much. Then again, because I got these shifts. Gotcha. One step from the edge is when an egg starts to crack. Is that is that what is that what Chester was trying to say in whatever song that was from? I almost said Limp Bizkit. Isco, what the heck is wrong with your brain meats? I was so exhausted after work that I took a 2-hour nap, and then from awakening from this nap, I immediately felt like I should have slept for 6 more hours, and I hate it. You could choose to spare the boss or kill them on the spot to get stronger. That's actually kind of cool. And someone was talking about a particular grindcore band about 4 days ago. I Hive, I could not remember 4 days ago. I'm really sorry, but it is just not gonna happen. Oh, that is kind of cool. Like, is it a band that shares initials with Assassin's Creed? Oh, it's in the mod actions. Oh, definitely it is. Okay. Yes, then we will not share that band's name. That would be a good idea to not do that, I think. Poor grindcore bands, they can never be they can never get the love they deserve on our Little Big Planet streams because you know, none of them can name themselves sensibly in a way that's actually family friendly. I don't know if I like the lighting. I kind of hate the lighting, actually. But I don't know a better way to get the shadows that I want, but also the shadows that I need. Oh, Alice, was it? That is great to hear. It's peak Anno. Is that good or is that not good? Do we want peak Anno? Does it have his sticky fingerprints all over it? And that feels kind of like a gross thing to say, and I don't know how I feel about it, so I'm sorry about that. It's just a long episode of Ultraman that is a hopeful love letter to the things he likes, but in an extremely earnest way. I like that. I like that a lot. It's about how Ultraman is important to humanity. Does it also put forth the idea that Ultraman is friend to all children? Is Ultraman a Gamera? Is Ultraman filled with turtle meat? He's a Jesus. Reach out and touch faith, I guess? I'm very tempted to spit in the face of Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.01's message and go watch its theatrical release when it comes out here in the theaters. Okay. That's a weird way to do it, but you do you, I guess. Now I've got like Linkin Park stuck in my head, and I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I kind of hate that for me. What are you doing? Piston. 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 Why you gotta be like this, yo? The film's message is quite literally, hey, you grow up, get more to your personality than Evangelion. It's time for Evangelion to end. Be kind to yourself. Well, I mean, you know, you could follow that message, but why? I mean, being unkind to myself has got me this far. I don't see why I should stop now. Ano. What are you trying to pull here, Ano? I love that, Quill. I love that in an unironic sense. And I should probably be more kind to myself as well, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon. It's a project to work on. Hive says, as the culmination of decades of Evangelion fandom and having watched the series and rebuilds multiple times, it legitimately made me cry. I've got to sit down with this frickin' thing. Eventually. I could use a good cry. I'd be okay with that. Kronos says, I have an idea for drawing. It's probably not a good idea, but it's an idea nonetheless. Is it something that you'd like to share with the class, or do you want to keep it under your hat parts for right now? I can understand either way. It's a mess. I mean, we love hot messes, though. Wait, what am I doing? Sorry if I go silent just every now and then. It's just the way the brains are working tonight. Hive says, I honestly don't know how it would play for anyone new to Evangelion or not invested in it, but it's that kind of personal from the heart mess. I like that, honestly. Excuse me. Those are the best kind of messes, honestly. Cool says, I helped out a grade 3 class yesterday and got a kid involved in work by asking to be introduced to her cool pink teddy, whose name was Cotton Candy, and apparently was very good at spotting words with E in them. Well, Cotton Candy is a helper. And as Mr. Rogers says, always look for the helpers. I couldn't have done that before learning to be kind to myself. I like that. I like that a lot. Maybe I should invest in this this self-kindness next time it's on sale. I'm not sure if you can get that like the Daiso. Daiso is our like local 100 yen chain. Eh? Are you all gonna move? Were you planning on? No, I guess you weren't. Okay. Daiso's very good. I mean, yeah, I I can mess with Daiso. I have a shark from there. It's ridiculous and great. Daiso sells sharks? Are they knockoff Blahages? And by the way, I don't see any problems with knockoffs. Like, that's not me ragging on them. If it gets the job done, I don't particularly care. Daiso's brush pens are fantastic. Daiso's, like, kitchen utensils are great. I think I've furnished the entirety of my, like, kitchen stuff from Daiso. I have a mug from Daiso that has a cat sitting at a bar and the text gentle cat. Hive, I love that. I love that for you. Flopple says even better and even more ridiculous. Even more ridiculous than a knockoff Blahage? That's... I love to see it. Oh my god, I made this right here in the middle of everything, and I can't move it now because it's got like 10 pistons on it. Kronos, why did I do this to myself? Kronos? I can't move it as an object because it's like... It's just a pain in the butt. I always do this. I always make objects someplace and then I can't shift them because there's too much crap in the way. And I gotta make everything intangible, like Shadowcat. Here's the how-to. There's a how-to. I love that. Unless the how-to is just like not being silly. Yes, you can. Floppable, just send it to Hive or Kronos. And they'll put the link in the chat. But we absolutely trust you. Pop a cursor, hold R2, select rocks and piston base. Let go of R2. Wait, for real? Hold on a second. Let me try that. Pop a cursor, hold R2, select rocks and piston base. It just weehooed. It just weehoos at me. Kronos? But I got it to work anyways, so that's fine. Oh my god, now I have to look at this shark. Open a new tab. Also, Hive, you mentioned about, like, the brushes being... if the price is right, but isn't Daiso, like, $1? That's the whole point? I thought that the whole point of Daiso was that it was $1. But actually, no, Kronos, that was really, really good. Your method is really, really good because it's something I need to do a lot because I tend to make a lot of little weird environmental bits like this and then get myself really annoyed because they're such a pain in the butt to move around. So I super appreciate it. Daiso Australia has items that go from about 160 from time to time. It doesn't deserve bargains all the time, I guess. Oh, that sucks. This method is how to make perfect cogs. But What do you mean, Kronos? I am confused. And that's okay. I basically exist on confusion, but um eh? She asks, eh? Daiso shark cost me $15, which is good shark for your money. I mean, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. I know that we've got like some stuff that's more than 100 yen here, but it's God bless it. I hate that. It's usually like not too much more than 100 yen. Ironically, the most expensive fountain pen I bought from Daiso was the worst. Hive, I feel like that's making a deeper statement on life itself, and I kind of love that for us. I want to practice this grab method so that I get it in my head. It's a bit tough to explain, so if you're actually interested about the cogs bit, I'll explain it through Doodles via DMs. If you would like to, I am actually interested, but I don't want to make you, like, do more work than is entirely necessary. But I would not turn down an explanation, because I think explanations are pretty cool. Oh, I fudged it. Gosh darn it. Oh, double fudge. Yes, Hiruna, I was doing some caving before the stream, and I'm kind of liking how it's turning out. Oh, for Disco, don't, you know, family friendly. I'm gonna be family friendly. Wait, Hive, 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 Hellraiser on, not the trans pinhead thing. That's I'm excited about. I know about that. Hellraiser on Disney Plus? What the F? I mean, what though? But would Walt Disney approve of trans people? I think the answer is no. Okay. 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 That makes more sense. It's still really deeply weird to me, but I get it. Prey is also on Disney Plus here. That is so weird. I don't, like, I've only seen so far just probably the same thing that y'all have seen, just the trailers, but I don't know if I'm sold on the other Cenobite designs. There's, like, one that features prominently in the trailer who looks a lot like, the homeless zombie from Return of the Living Dead 3, and it's just not like a great look, but Pinhead looks fantastic. Pinhead, like the character design, the way that they've got her set up is just like really cool looking, and I am super down for that. I'm also like very cool about the fact that we're getting a lady Pinhead, because that hasn't happened, even though it is canon. Alice asked me to scroll up, so what did I miss from Alice? Um, could you scroll up to the things I posted? Where did I... Oh. Here we are. In Fudge, Twitch, why do you gotta have UI from, like, just absolute crap? Hopeful love letter. Okay, we saw that part. I just saw what Alice was talking about, and then Twitch twitched, and there we are. Okay, so in the original Ultraman chases a monster in Earth and kills a human by accident. Saddened by what he did, he takes over the human's body. In Shin Ultraman, Ultraman gives his body to a human, killing him in order to give the powers of Ultraman to a human, giving his powers in a metaphorical kind of way to humanity, which is such a clever reversal of Ultraman's origin and staying true to the series' themes. That sounds really cool, Alice, and I'm sorry I missed that and all, like, the other stuff that was going on at the same time. But I like that. Quill says Disney died and trans people still exist, so his disapproval has no power here. Absolutely right. Quill, you are absolutely right, and I'm gonna run with it. I gotta take a look at this shark. Oh my god, this shark! This shark is absurd, and I love it. This, I mean, like, I'm trying to think of a way to frame this statement that's not going to sound crappy, but also it does look like something that I would buy at, like, a Cambodian outdoor market, and I love that. Like, it looks like a knockoff, but in all the right ways. Oh, Chronos says, oh, it is great. It's absolutely great. I'll put the link back up for you, Hirunda, because I think you just missed it. This is a Daiso shark, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The shark is like Blage's dorky cousin that they love dearly but can't leave unattended at a dive bar. Oh my god, Quill! Quill, that's amazing! That is perfect! Hives is kind of like Chatterer's design, makes them look more out of time than the others. Is Chatterer the one that I'm thinking of, Hive? The one that looks like the dude from Return of the Living Dead 3? I can't post a link to any pictures because it's definitely not family friendly. I mean, not in a porting way, just like it's a zombie way, but Chronos says first object you select in a batch will be the base object, so rotating that batch will spin based on the position of the first object. This is essentially why cogs can be made like this. Huh? I kinda get it. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the trailer again, Hive. I'll need to watch the trailer again to see if we're thinking of the same one. Alright. Kinda liking this. Kinda liking it. Chunky Shark looks like a Duke of Ash emote. Who is Duke of Ash? Because that's an awesome name. I'm a big fan of Duke of Flies, so, you know. The Dukes in general are all pretty cool. I am not sure for tonight, Hirunda, because I don't know. I'll probably end up doing a full stream, but I don't know if I'm gonna because my head is feeling a little bit not great. But why don't we say next Friday? Barring scheduling on your end? Because we're gonna do Fridays are just gonna be LBP from now on. Unless there's something like super special that I want to take a look at in dreams. So it'll be a lot easier from now to do... Why do my brains suck? It'll be a lot easier to do, like, co-op these days. That's what I wanted to say. Cool, I really appreciate that. And I will take a look at that screen grab once I go on break. Which we still got a little bit of time before I do. God, why? Why? Duke is a trans streamer who does a lot of artwork for various people. He and his wife are pretty cool. Duke's whole thing is chunky little sharks. Okay. And Hive says I do like that they did make at least one of the Cenobites look really wet. You gotta have your wet puppets and your apparently wet Cenobites. And I guess like Cenobites are just family friendly now. Hot Wheels might be a cool multiplayer related game if you're open to giving it a go. Huh. I hadn't considered that, but that might be actually kind of cool. That might be worth a look at. No, Risco, remember, Kronos went through the trouble of teaching you a good way to do this, so you should do the thing like that. Oh, I kind of like it. I don't mean to slip Hot Wheels every stream, but it's really good, not gonna lie. Okay. Now, I'm kind of wondering if I should make these a little bit transparent, and I hate that because it means I'm gonna have to set up like 20 opacity tweakers. Alice says the only positive thing about me watching House of Dragons is every time Matt Smith shows up, he looks more and more like someone into medieval LARPing. I mean, I'm glad that they're finding their truth. And I appreciate the vote of fancy, Kronos. I'm really liking it. Quill says downloading a new puzzle box game, and Steam says it's 4 centibytes to download. Oh my god! Quill, I love it. I love you, Quill. You're just great. You're all just great. Phone behind the rocks is chef's kiss. Ooh. Yee. I think it's charming just as cardboard. I mean, I definitely would leave it as cardboard, but, like, to put it at, say, like, 95% opacity, so it's kind of like foam. I'll think about it. I might not do it. Now, I did want to... I should make the stream deeper. I mean, not our stream. I'm not gonna, like, suddenly start talking about House of Leaves, but... I mean, this stream? Because I think it was originally deeper. Matt Smith acting in the show feels like he's having a lot of fun, which is also like such a beam of light in a show that is just standard edgy American fantasy stuff. I hate it. 6 layers. Bailey update. Mum opened the door to talk to me. Bailey heard it, ran over from where he was sleeping, but not fully awake. So his eyes are still half lidded as he trundled along. Is Bailey on the drugs? I'm just asking for a friend. Yeah, about waist high. That seems good. I'm not sure if I should put in a water sound effect when I'm in the stream. I might do that, but it's kind of a butt. It's kind of a butt. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It's kind of a butt. What? Why though? Just go, why? I don't know. I'm thinking about butts. Didn't I have... I feel like I had some extra stalactites and stalagmites just like setting around. Apparently I did not. Who, may I ask, like, who is Matt Smith? What would I know Messer Smith from? Because I'm kind of drawing a blank the more I think about it. He was in Doctor Who. Okay, so there's good reason that I don't know anything about him. Oh hey, I'm gonna watch the Marvel Halloween special, which is the first MA-rated thing they've released in the MCU proper. Is that the Werewolf by Night thing? Because the Werewolf by Night thing actually looks kind of cool, but like it is more of Disney, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. He was also in Terminator Genesis. I did not see... Oh! Okay! I love the fact that Alice's example of he did the Moms for Morbius dance is the thing I know. It's like... Doctor Who? I've never seen it. Terminator Genesis? Actually did not see it. That silly little gif of the Morbius dance? I've seen that. Okay. It's like, oh, now I know this guy. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I haven't seen any of these things either. Good. That makes two of us. We can be together in our open dismissal of popular culture. We are clearly something. Flopple says, I feel like Endgame was a good stopping point for the Marvels. You know, I'm not a shred of lie in that, Floppable. If Marvel had decided to be like, yep, like we did our thing, we set all this up, we paid off our story, we're done, that would have been a fine note to go out on, honestly. I mean, I think that Infinity War and Endgame have their own particular issues, but, you know, they tell their story. Wait, Quill, the set that we're making right now? Or do you mean the dance thing? Do you mean the dance thing? Endgame's a clip show. Oh my god. I love that you said that. Because that's hilarious and absolutely true. It's a time heist. I'll never be the same. I mean, sometimes we see things, Quill, that change us. And we can never be the person that we were before we saw those things. So we should have a little bit of a care as to the things that we're engaging with, because they can change us in ways that we might not expect or be comfortable with. Not that I'm speaking from personal experience or anything, Couldn't be me. I've been morbed. It happens to the best of us. Who among us has not been morbed at some point? Oh my god, Hive. Oh my god, like it's like one of those 70s compilation albums that they used to show on like late night TV in the 80s and 90s. Hiruna says I'm certifiable non-morbed. But I mean, Hiruna, you have seen... You may not have seen the entirety of the morbing, but you have seen some morbing, right? Blue 80. Got it. Shades of Grey had a couple original bits of dialogue, though? Wait, what? Wait, what? Why are we... Shades of Grey? Why are we talking about Shades of Grey? Matt Smith shouldn't be that built. He should be a funny little guy. Is he chonk? Is he a chonkster? I still think Mom is the best recent Marvel movie because it has the Raimi trying to break through. And when Raimi has to do the standard Marvel crossover stuff, he got to murder them all horribly and have fun with it. I mean, I am a fan of murder. I mean, that could be understood incorrectly. And I feel like I should be clear that I don't mean actual factual murder, like in meat space, but you know, on-screen murder. We're fans. We're down with it. Excuse me. There are some orange moon rocks that I know exist. Game, do not screw with me. I will start screaming, and I will never stop. Orange moon rocks, where be ye? No, but seriously, orange moon rocks, where be ye? Those are red moon rocks. What the... Game, I'm doing things with my lips to indicate anger and disgust. Thank you. See? Orange moon rocks. If you search for location and under the cosmos, or... but that is a fabulous idea, by the way, Kronos, and I should have done that. But see, what I also could have done was just look for the name that I was saying multiple times. Like, I just said the name, and I could have found it. Would you like to take that? Thank you. Eh? What? Eh? There we go. I'm gonna cheat on some of these stalagmites because they're on the ground. But a little bit of cheating has a little bit of cheating, you know, as a treat. A cheat treat, as it were. I need to remember that there is an invisible piece of material there, and I don't want to muck it up. It's still very funny to me that the Morbius people are going to do the Madam Web movie. I feel like this is perhaps uncharitable, but why is there a Madam Web movie? Like, has anybody done anything with Madam Web in recent or living memory? What? Why? What? Because Sony only has the Spider-Man rights. You know, the stalagma thingy-majig. I, I have a memnotic mem thing. Oh, Alice says, as I always say, it's not murder as long as I say I'm doing it for Netflix comedy special. Then it's satirical murder. I mean, if ironic fascism is still fascism, I kind of feel like satirical murder is still murder. No. Quill. Ish. You're close. Stalactites go up on the up, and you can remember because they have a C, and C is for ceiling. And stalagmites, they are down because they have a G, and G is for ground. But, like, so here's the thing I don't get, Alice, because, like, Spider-Man has got a lot of characters that aren't, like, Z-list. Spider-Man's got a really deep rogues gallery. I kind of feel like, excuse me, you don't have to be going for things like... These ones are super laggy, so they're placed wrong. Wait. What? I'm very confused. Quill, are we talking about the sets? Hive, I love that. I love sharing a brain cell. Oh, we had a... Oh my god. Oh my god. Quill, okay, I get it. I get it. And I love it. We missed a fish fact. A marine fact, excuse me. A group of fish swimming together and independently is known as shoaling. A group of fish swimming in the same direction in a coordinated way is known as schooling. I knew about schooling, but I didn't know about shoaling, and I think that is pretty cool. I love that I learn new things every stream. I mean, maybe not every stream, but I do tend to learn new things fairly frequently in our streams. And that is nifty. And I'm a fan of nifty. I don't know. I feel just kind of like it's lacking a bit of je ne sais quoi. Just a little bit of the old je ne sais quoi. Wait, are you dephysicalized? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Oh, because the roof is dephysicalized. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes total sense. I was like, why are you being like this? There's an efficient decoration that's a water droplet. Could be useful for stalactites. Oh, an effect decoration. Possibly. I might. Like, I kind of want to the extent that I can, I kind of want to, like, keep things very tactile, very physical. Heinz says I'm a fan of the vignetting. I can see at the corners of the screen in Werewolf by Night. I'm not sure having a lens this wide is period appropriate, but, like, I'm no SME about the era of film the special is trying to replicate. What's SME? Or is that something that you specifically used as a acronym so that you could say something family unfriendly? Oh, okay. Subject matter expert, gotcha. See what you've done, Panda? See what you've done? Alice says I cannot be arrested for any crime as long as I say that It's satirical crime. That's how parody, how parody clause is a thing that doesn't exist work. I feel kinds of ways, Alice. I don't know if they're good ways or bad ways. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to leave this as it is for right now. I'm going to bop us into a music level so that I can take a short break since we're at just about at the 1 hour point. Your attitude about this is why you don't have Netflix comedy special. I have an ounce of self-respect, and I don't want to slag on my sibs, is why I don't have a Netflix comedy special. Because clearly you don't need comedy timing to do that. Which is good, because I have none. Check your DMs for the screen grab. I will do that thing. I'm being very careful saving this because I'm slightly terrified that the game will crash. So, like, this might take a second. Stand-up is one of the cursed creations of America. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Like, we didn't make stand-up. That can't be us. Was that us? Did we inflict that on the world? No way. Like, other folks must have been doing stand-up before we did. We don't make anything new, we just steal garbage. I have played all of the levels of the day recently, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm being stalked by the team. And I think if I'm being stalked by the team, they could just, like, give me some props. Wikipedia says the Brits are to blame. Of course. Ludo! Ludo, it is wonderful to see you. I hope that you're doing very, very well tonight. Oh, fudge. I was gonna look for a musician, and now I can't think of who I was gonna look for. So I guess we'll just do Velvet Audio, because Velvet Audio is pretty cool. Ludo, is the world treating you well? The world better be treating you well, or else I'm gonna be a little bit salty. World better not be giving you more stress than you deserve, which is 0 stress. Wait, what? My dog got a haircut and now looks like the berries and cream guy. Who is... what? Why is the... berries and cream guy sounds like a whole kind of thing, and I don't know how I feel about it. Pop it in really quick before I go break another Dirt Rally 2 speedrun. Guess I'm back on my stuff. I'm glad you're back on your stuff, Ludo. Is this like Dirt Rally 2 in... is this a meat space thing? Or is it... like, what? I'm so confused. Do you have like a kickin' BMX bike? Oh, video game. Gotcha. Like, honestly, I thought that you might have been in an actual dirt rally. Like that one thing in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Why did Velvet Audio do this like this? Yes, absolutely good luck on the speedrunning. I hope it is very fun. Fun is usually a thing I hope for. Yes, yes, yes. It's not electro. I actually like Little Big Me a lot. Like, it's a really good song. So I'm gonna take my break now, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm giving the wheel to Hive and to Kronos. And by wheel, I mean the whips. But I trust you all. You're wonderful people. But yeah, let me get back. Alright, we are back. I've watered myself like... Oh, the song ended! Fudge. I was hoping it would loop or something. I've watered myself like a plant, which was good. I also... made coffee, which was probably less good, honestly. Kronos says, use Little Big Me for cut CZ level. I've, well, wait, how do I get out of here? I forget. I use Little Big Me and Chronology as well for, and I think Sorrow Party for my shows. They're really good songs. Hive says if you're a by-the-books Marvel fan, walking a werewolf by night will likely confuse you. Shots fired. Fire them shots, honestly. Fire all the shots. I was thinking of a thing, and now I do not remember what I was thinking of. Oh, Hive! Hive, that Chatterer design is fabulous. That's good design. I am a fan. Great scare on Spoopy Hill. Oh, hey, this is Major Maximus. I just looked at a Major Maximus level on today's show. I like his levels. They don't always click with me, but something I gotta say about his design style, he scaffolds the heck out of his levels. And I really appreciate that. Like, when he's got a mechanic that he wants you to focus on, or that you're going to be using in the level, like, you use it a lot, and it's very graded in the challenge. Hello, Newton. Long time no see, chum. Yes, finally. Hey, you! Wait! Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I need to get Sack Thing. Browse lbp.me for fab new levels to play. Give them a click and like magic, they'll be ready to play next time you fire up LittleBigPlanet 3. Just the deepest of deep sighs. Oh, absolutely. Kronos, feed your cat. We'll be here when you get back. Des! Wonderful to see you. I hope that you're doing very well tonight. I hope you're not getting more stress than you feel like you can deal with at the moment. Hi, Sack Thing. It's Newton. Sorry for the unexpected transportation, but I really need your help. I tried to create a slime monster for Halloween, but the machine got out of control and created a bunch of them. Now they invade my old house. I need you to kill them all before they go too far. I created a ghost technology to pass through tiled platforms so you can actually traverse the house. Sorry for the creepy atmosphere. This place has been clean for years. Everything about that sounds fabulous, and I love it. What are you? Can I grab you? Woo! Spoopy! All good having chicken soup. That sounds lovely. I am a fan of the souping. I'm going to guess, because this is you, that it was homemade chicken soup. It is Spoopsmith's season, yes. Wait, what? Why? Oh, that's not quite how they sold the technology here, but we'll go with it. I don't know how much I like that flash. Just in case there are... Oh, jeepers. There are folks who are visually sensitive? That's not the phrase I want. It's quite bright. Photosensitive, thank you! Hive, thank you, I appreciate that very much. Because I completely drew a blank. Now, why do you have all of these platforms if... Like, why would you have the ghost platforms here, though? You wouldn't turn into a ghost for any reason in this section? It just seems kind of like a bit of a useless application. I see that Mind Planet is on the scoreboard. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat them, but we are going to try. This is actually a pretty nice level for something that got tossed together, I feel like, relatively quickly. They might pull a switcheroo later on. That's possible. It doesn't look like there's going to be backtracking, but there may be. I'm liking the level, though. I think it's got a nice look to it. I wish I had that background. Not picking up the fudge. Oh, double fudge. Not picking up the Nightmare Before Christmas and Toy Story DLCs is actually one of my bigger regrets. I didn't pick them up because I wasn't interested in the properties at all, but there's like some really good materials, and the backgrounds as well are pretty solid. It's quite a jump you got going here, Maximus. How do I feel about that jump? Not happy about it. Small power outage. Is everything okay, Floppable? Is that normal? I'm hoping it's not, but power just came on. It is not. Okay. So at least it was just a weird. The pipe decorations were great as muzzle brakes for power-up guns. I don't like this jump. I really, really don't. I'll put my battery pack away, I guess. My plan was just gonna lay in bed and watch Star Trek on my phone. Which Star Trek were you gonna get down with? Was it Deep Space Nine? Because Deep Space Nine is pretty fancy. Catching up on Lower Decks. Is Lower Decks the animated one? Rescope. Okay. I feel like I've heard a little bit about that, but... Now, is Lower Decks, like, actually official? Like, it's not a parody, it's not a, wow. That kind of surprised me, because, like, when I first saw it, I thought it was, like, supposed to be a joke. I mean, I guess it is a joke, because you're saying it's Star Trek making fun of itself, but I didn't realize it was an acknowledged joke. But at its core, it's still a Star Trek show. Huh. So they basically... They took the Zap Brannigan bit, and they made it canon? Is that what I'm understanding here? What could make a man go neutral? Zap Brannigan might be a terrible captain, and probably also a womanizer, but at least doesn't have any love for centrists, and we appreciate that, because we also have no love for centrists. It's always a mess when you let Zap Brannigan near a cannon. Just dead red shirts as far as the eyes can see. That was a nice little level. I appreciate that, I think. Got a question. This is a thing. Hive knows this story. I shared this story with Hive already, but before I share the story here, I do want to do a content check. Is anybody not okay with fluids subcategory mucus? Because if anybody's not okay with it, I could not share the story, but like it's been sitting heavily on my heart. Runny noses, stuff like that. Yes. I haven't played a Colby Ryan level in, I feel like, actually forever. I know that I looked at something by Colby Ryan on one of the shows, but it must have been just ages ago. My weakness is the vom. There is no vom in this story. I can promise you that much. 0% vom. And probably, I don't know if I would be comfortable. Like, even this story is getting pretty close to the edges of family friendly. Like, I think I could still do it, but I don't think I would do a vom story in a family friendly stream. That feels like it would be a lot. This is reminding me that it's been a rough week for my food sensitivities. I hate that. Quill, I absolutely hate that. Have you been at least able to, like, keep yourself fed? Like, this isn't something where everything is causing you trouble, at least. Kids' entertainment can get gross. I mean, I did love Real Monsters as a child, so, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Alright, well, I'm not hearing anybody explicitly say no, so I will just put a CW on the story for the mucus, and I'll give folks 5 seconds, just in case they're not okay with that, to step away from their screens. Gotta remember that one kid in the Wind Waker Starter Village. Oh my god, I forgot all about that kid. Quill says, when waking up unable to eat because the thought of food textures has been unbearable, gets better during the day then comes back at night. That is weird and worrisome. I'm glad that at least it gets better during the day, so hopefully you can get some food in you, but that sounds like a whole kind of lot. What did we look at from Colby? Oh my gosh, we looked at a bunch of... Blue Hologram! That's the one! Gosh, that was absolute ages ago. The story is this. I was at work, this was Thursday, and like, we got like a full counter. You know, this place is jumping and bumping. There's a dude who's sitting like right in front of the food prep area, so basically like right in front of my face. And he takes a napkin from our dispenser. He blows his nose, and it's like a big, loud, wet nose blow thing. Like, it's real juicy. Then he takes the napkin, folds it, and wipes his entire face with it. And there was a part of my brain meats that started screaming and still have not stopped. I was absolutely just... I had no idea how to process what I had just seen, and I completely blue screened for a minute in the middle of preparing orders, mind you. You know, got folks waiting on their food, and I'm just like looking at this dude like, did you actually just do this thing? It was, I'm like, oh my god. I would have had the killer mucus joke. I couldn't even joke. I absolutely could not even joke. I just looked at this man's, and I felt despair in my heart. It was a feeling. It was just like we're just all gonna the plague is gonna take us all. And I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh great, a problem occurred while connecting to the LBP servers. That is my favorite. Loving it. When a white person goes to an Asian restaurant and is given a hot towel, use Kleenex edition. Yeah, I've seen that too. And that's its own special kind of terror. This is a side point to the mucus story, which is to say that has nothing to do with the mucus story. But am I the only one who thinks that this zombie sticker looks like a young Stephen King? I really don't know how I feel about it, but it's very King-esque. Okay, good, because every time I see it, I'm like, that's Stephen King. They're having a larf on Stephen King? I kind of want to send it to him. This level is decidedly unspoopy, and I don't know how I feel about that. I do low-key want to put the towel on my face, though. I mean, if the towel is clean, like, I've seen people who are not white, like, use the towel on their face. But I have seen people who are white blow their nose in the towel and then later on in the meal use the towel on their face. You do not. I love it, but oh yeah, I've seen that. We are filthy people, Quill. We are filthy people. Now, this guy in my story was not a white dude. This guy was Japanese as the day is long. So he doesn't have that excuse. But I have noticed that there is a fair amount of... And this is something I've only seen with Japanese guys. But not young guys. Like, this seems to be behavior that goes on throughout life. But tending to their nose straight up in public and just disposing of the snot any old darn place. I saw same day I saw a dude, young Japanese office worker, just regular old Japanese office worker, stick his finger in his nose, dig around for a little bit, and then, my friends and neighbors, I tell you, hand to heart, the man put his finger behind his ear and scratched his ear, depositing his nose garbage behind his ear. Yes! 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 It was a lot. It was an awful lot. But like, being on a train and seeing like an old Japanese dude just straight up picking his nose on the train, not uncommon. Not even vaguely. It's kind of like a known thing. This is the worst story ever. Kronos, I had to live this story, okay? You don't gotta tell me. Thursday was definitely... Wait, no. Today's Friday, so this would have been Wednesday. Because I had Thursday off. It was not a good day for plague hygiene. Real-life version of the chewing gum girl from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory is... The chewing gum girl... Is that Veruca? Is that Veruca Salt? Because I know Veruca Salt is one of the gals, but I don't remember which one. But she's the only one whose name I remember because 90s alt-rock group Veruca Salt used her name. Is the rich girl. Okay. Veruca Salt's first album, folks, if y'all haven't listened to American Thighs, like, I can't recommend it enough. It's so good. It feels so very Midwest, and I love it for that. Like, if you ever felt the need to know what the Midwest in the 90s felt like, it feels like that album. I know I've recommended this like 1,000 times, but it's so good. Violet Beauregard was the gum girl. She turned into a blueberry. Oh, right, because like the gum was... It was like special that it didn't ever lose its flavor? Yes. Violet! You're turning violet! I didn't like that level. I'm sorry. I mean, it was fine. The level was fine. It just wasn't like particularly great. In the book, she was a literal blueberry person. She had to be squeezed regularly. That sounds like a whole kind of problem. I don't feel like that would work out well. I love the I didn't like that level after hearing the cup hit the table. Sometimes I have good timing, but it's like purely by accident. The teleporter kid got turned into a stick figure. The teleporter kid in the Gene Wilder movie gets put into a TV? Is that right? It's been a long time since I watched the Gene Wilder movie, and I only ever saw that movie in the context of, like, I feel like junior high school. I feel like it was one of those movies they kept on showing us in junior high school, like, when they didn't want to actually teach. High school was Home Alone and Mrs. Doubtfire. Just always Home Alone and Mrs. Doubtfire. I will check out these botanical ruins. He gets stretched in a taffy puller and becomes like 7 feet tall and a few inches wide. That book sounds like... That... I never read the book, and I feel like I should have done. The Monster Pack BGM is kind of a lot for a platformer. I feel the same way for levels that use cinematic tracks throughout. I feel like you could do something with the... What's it called? Is it like Ghoul Train? Ghoul Party, I think? I feel like you could do something with that level, or with that music, but I don't know that it sustains an entire level. Like, it just, like you say, it just gets to be a lot after a while. It could work well with minigames. I think you could do it with minigames if the minigame is frenetic enough. Hedonist says the Monster Pack BGM works well for like a boss, because it's just a little too much, yes. And Quill says there's a whole scene where it's revealed that their fates were irreversible. I mean, I don't love children, but I don't hate children enough that I feel like that's fair. I mean, they are children, is the thing. Oh, I really like the stitching. That's just a tiny little detail, but it looks really nice. And the hanging bulbs also. I might put some hanging bulbs in my caves. I do not like those, the danger signs though. I think they're terrible. Where's Willy Wonka's machine to turn me into a human-sized bean? Would you like to be a human-sized bean? Would you be a has-been? I'm sorry. I apologize. See, you don't need... I did that to myself, because I was trying to point while I was climbing. I really don't feel like you need to put the hazard warnings when the hazard is something that is, like, established as hazardous. If I keep my sentience and limbs, yes. Okay. Okay. I mean, that... I feel like we could work with that. VTubing on a budget? There's also a gosh darn space station hotel for rich jerks that gets infested with aliens that I'm pretty sure ate everyone there. What? Wait, is that in the Chocolate Factory? Because that sounds like a whole lot. And Kronos says I feel like I hear this song once every 200 levels. It does feel familiar, Kronos. It's like one of those songs that you know that you've heard and you can't remember where the heck you've heard it from. Why would you put these so close together if you're going to give the player a grappling hook? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then, like, I don't know, this is weird. It looks nice, and this is going to sound like a weird kind of backhanded compliment, but I really like the lighting. Like that slightly orangey sepia type of look, I think is really nice, and I don't see it a lot. And it's well supported by the colors of the materials, but I don't know. Like, team pick. This was a team pick. Bloomin' Onions was better than this. I feel like I could say. All I'm saying is, where's my crown? Sumo? Yes, it was a very weak ending. It just stopped. I mean, I don't want to slag on the person. I really try not to. But I do kind of want to slag on the level. Because I just don't think it's that good. Yep, that was a team pick. The team picks are very hit and missy recently. And the level of the days as well have been... like, Slag tights! Slag tights. Sleep tights, slag tights. I tell you, it has gotten so flippin' cold in the space of basically one day, and I hate it. I am freezing. Crow says, I think out of everywhere in a platform, it should start strong and end... I've got the hiccups, I'm sorry, give me a second. It should start strong and end strong, because these are what the players will remember most. Like Neon Dimension Rush. I think that's absolutely good. Hi, Brain Meats. I think that's absolutely good platforming advice. Level design advice, yeah. You want to nail the beginning, you want to nail the ending. Oh, it's that one level from LVP2? But I don't seem to have... like, it's throwing me a lot. I actually like this minigame in LVP2. I was halfway decent at it. Not great, but halfway decent. I am going to have to not look at chat for a second, so I do apologize for that. What is the bounce on these pads? Because I feel like it's giving me a lot more horizontal than it should be. Oh, I hate this. Hate it! Hate it! Why, though? You didn't have to go so hard. Why? Stop! No. No! I hate this. I hate it so much. Oh, fudge! Oh, fudge! That's not fair! Assuming it still exists, Lockstitch has a level like this. You can't just be putting buttons in the middle of your random level, you jerk. Not to say everything in between should be unimpressive, but at the very least you should nail those two specific spots. Yes. I mean, I do feel like that is really solid advice for level design. Because you're right, those are the bits that the players are most likely going to remember. I'll remember the name when I see it. I'll give it a look, after this. Oh gosh, that fog is very close. Fog is close, I hate that. We need to get away from the fog, thank you very much. Oh, these boxes are swinging! Fudge you! Fudge you to heck! What? Why? 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 Why would they do that? Why? I mean, I don't want to neg it because it's actually kind of good, but I also kind of hate that. They shouldn't be swinging. Why you gotta swing? You're not a swinger. Alright. I really like the look of it. Like, the level's got a very nice look for what it's doing. I wonder if this is graded random. Like, there are certain sets of stuff that only come out as it's getting more difficult. Oh, what? What? It's got a timer? Fine. Conversely, I have a super broken discombobulator level I published. Wait, really? I want to check that out. Discombobulated, air all soft around. Hear the man singing, inclines and wires, Telegraph Avenue. It was kind of an afterthought project I made in LBP2. Alright. Is it like... How did we not play it already? And when I mean broken, I mean you could fall through the conveyor belt and die. I love that. I love it. Okay, let me check out Lock Stitch first. I wish Vile Anchorage actually still worked. Cause that one's broken, isn't it? In LBP3? I remember that came up when you were looking for water levels because you wanted to get some inspiration for Voltaic. I originally planned on making another level with the same style into a platformer, but I just never got to it. I mean, if that's not a mood, though. Oh, do you think they took it down? There's only 8 levels up? Foo. That sucks. Good old Lock Stitch. I hope they're doing well. They apparently have no about. Unless it's just not, like, loaded in. It's a shame, too, every level they produced was nothing short of amazing. It might not be loaded in. Their About Me used to bring up the Tarsier occupation. It might not have loaded, Kronos, because I've noticed sometimes when the servers are getting really, really choppy, that, like, comments and About Me and stuff like that just doesn't show up. Fireball Cavern. Let us check out this cavern of fireballs. Servers... Kronos has levels. And a cheeseburger. But mostly levels. So if you could maybe just hook us up and not, you know, suck. Kronos, don't. Please don't. I ask you, I beg you. Because this is a... I dearly hope that when Sumo eventually, or if Sony eventually pulls the plug on LBP, that they give us a heads up, because I want to go on an archive binge I want to make sure that stuff like your levels stay at least available in some form. For them to do that, they'll have to remember it exists. I hate that you're right, but you are in fact right. It begins! We're gonna get discombobulated. Soul coughing is gonna pop up in here. I always knew that soul coughing was a bunch of white guys, like, but I never saw pictures of them except for in their CD book, and I think I just forgot. But I had no idea, like, just exactly how very extremely white guys they are. It's amazing. Good choice in music, by the way. Gotta get the Night Wish in. Fudge! Oh, I just noticed that the skull in the background is changing colors. I love that. We're actually doing pretty well this time. I am shocked. This is a good level, Chronos. I think it's a little bit sometimes visually difficult to parse just because of how small you've got the character in frame and how small some of the objects are, but I really like this level. It's a fun one. It's a pretty old piece. You know, I'm not gonna push, but I'm gonna say that you could always go back. Look, as far as I know, your issue with the PS4 is that it's not actually wired up at the moment. I'm just saying that this is a solvable issue. I always did want to make a Fire Cave platformer. I would feature that on LBSP so fast. So fast. The featuring would be your head would spin. Quill says they edited the song in such a choppy way. I'm gonna have to like listen to this song in actual version because I am only familiar with it through LBP. I kind of love that, but I also kind of hate it. I feel like I want to share this experience with you, Quill. Do 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 do. I can also headbang. I am headbanging. I am hip. I am with it. Oh, fudge! I got stuck. I got stuck and I didn't even notice. I will read that in a moment, Chronos. Things are starting to heat up. Pun definitely intended. Thank you. Well, you see, the outlets are behind an inactive industrial fridge with a gaming chair, and that chair is my cat's bed. I mean, I can understand that you may not want to undertake the delicate undertaking. Why did I use the same word twice in the same sentence? I hate that. Of moving your cat to a new place, but I'm just saying. The thing is that I am simply saying that I would be delighted beyond capacity for words to see a new Chronos gem. Even if it was something small and simple. I would not push you to pick up demo again. I realize the amount of energy and effort that went into what we did get. And I think expecting you to have that kind of energy, like, on hand, especially in this year of Doom 2020, is a big ask. But, like, I would love to play something new from you. And, you know, we could jam on stream. You could be a star, Kronos. You could be a star. Oh, fudge! People would stop tuning into my stream for me. They would be like, yo, why isn't Kronos on? You gotta get Kronos on. We're here for Kronos. Oh, fudge! Oh, fudge! Oh, gosh! I thought the flame spikes were gonna kill me, and they didn't! And then I died from something else. Quill says the first 20 seconds or so are intact, but after that it just jumps around the song's timeline so much, sometimes using parts from near the end, and then following up with early bits. Arachno! Hey, how you doing, yo? Why do I feel like there was something I was gonna tell you? It's gone, Arachno. But I do know that Alice was telling us about Shin Ultraman earlier, and it sounded pretty cool, and I did think of you. So there's that. I'm glad that you're doing well. I'm glad that you survived the Mothman. I mean, I'm kind of sad that you didn't maybe take the Mothman up on an offer of coffee or wine or whatever it was that the Mothman was trying to offer you, but you know, still, your survival is paramount. Shin Ultraman in Portugal, I guess, because Alice is in Portugal. But they watched it with some friends over the weekend, and were telling us about it, and it sounded pretty neat. Oh, Foo? Marky Barlow's level? Is this a new one, or is it an old one? I bet it's an old one. I hope Marky is doing well. I think Marky has, like, 2 babies now, which is simply shocking. But I do think that means that we're probably not gonna see Marky, like, on stream ever again, which makes me a little bit sad, because Marky was a pretty cool guy. But, you know, the babies, the spawning. I want to see it so bad. I hope you have a chance. Reminds me of how LSRS fares with his kid. Yeah! LSRS has also spawned. LSRS does have a child. I don't believe a second child, but I do know that's one of the reasons that he's not really particularly active in his own Discord. You are 100% on. Yes. All these folks just growing up, getting old, passing on their genetic lineage to the next generation. There probably will be a lot of screen tear in this level, by the way, just as a heads up. That is an issue with Marky's levels because they tend to be quite detailed. I can see how the wooden posts just stop in the water, and I kind of hate that, honestly. It actually makes me a little sad. Why do those posts just stop? Why do you do that? Nice effect with the glass there, though. That was pretty cool. I am digging it though. Not particularly difficult. A little bit simple so far, but we're okay with that. Also, that was totally on me. And I hate it. I wonder what this music is, because this is kind of a nice track. I could use this on my show, and I would be 100% okay with that. Also, like, this is a really nice cave, and I feel kind of bad about my cave now. I feel like my cave is kind of trashy, comparatively. Try checking the description. I will do that, because you're probably right, it's probably in there. Part of me does want to come back to LVP creation. It grows on you. Oh, fudge. That jump doesn't have to go so hard. Honestly. I just wish that I could sustain energy for making levels. Like, I'll sit and I'll dupe around with sets for hours. Like, no problems. I can spend an entire afternoon just dorking around with a set. I made it relatively simple, but still like completely new set from scratch for next week's episode. Just because it seemed like fun. Seemed like a fun thing to do. But to put that same energy into making a level, and I just cannot. Crow says I used to have several hour-long videos on the background when I made levels. Wait. Like, do you mean you had videos on the background of your level design, or did you have videos on in the background while you were making levels? Because I feel like that could be read either way, and I'm not sure which one is the right one. But oh, random videos, okay. I was kind of hoping it was videos that you made about your levels, and that maybe we could get those videos. What the heck? Why did I... Whatever. I don't know why I died there. I don't particularly care. It's fine. It's all just... It's fine. I gotta remember what that one creator's name was who put... It was like Minska? But he had a bunch of videos on level design, and they featured like a typewriter that he had made so that he could do his own font set to make signs, and it was actually like really cool. Yes! Kronos? Yes. About the hopping. I fondly remember making the enemy and tower designs for Supercharge. Like, it's just, it's so fun just to make little stuff. It's one thing that I really appreciate about Dreams, even though, for the most part, Dreams has left me underwhelmed, that, like, you can just publish pieces. I'm gonna head to bed, starting to wear down. Quill, have a wonderful sleep, and have a wonderful day. And I hope that I hate this. I hope that you kind of sort out the thing with the kid who's got a crush on you, because that sounds like it could be uncomfortable. Also, your eating thing. I think you're supposed to go in the opposite direction. Oh. But I hope that we hear that you're eating well, and you're not having sensitivity issues the next time that we see you next week. That makes a lot more sense, Kronos. I didn't even notice that, and I feel goofy. Look at me, this is me being goofy. Alright, this song is starting to go on a little bit too long. I need something that I can just have as background for between 7 and 10 minutes of talking. God, I talk so much in my videos, and I kind of, like, I don't know how to fix it. It's kind of an issue, though. Like, I really don't think I needed to talk for 10 minutes about Clove Space. The kid isn't too big a concern, to be honest. She hasn't been inappropriate so far, so it'd be inappropriate for me to say or for me to do anything about it. That's fine, then. That's, like, super fine. I was worried that it was making you uncomfortable. Because I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Might I suggest Game Plaza for a level to play on stream? Absolutely. Is this Game Plaza as in Paint Fair? Or is there another level? Because isn't that what Paint Fair is called, is Game Plaza? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I will 100% take a look at that. Oh, for fudge sakes. Marky, your jumps are just not... I love you, Marky, but your jumps are not spaced well at all. Like, you don't have to make it this... I am screaming. Internally, I am screaming. The screams. One bounce pad is extremely dependent, yes. Yes, yes. And I hate it. Because it's a fairly long string. Hedonist says I still have a control-themed gun I haven't put anywhere, and it's feature complete too. Marky, you're gonna make me be family unfriendly, and I don't want that for either of us. So I hope that your ears are ringing, because I'm talking about you, but... Or your nose is itching, because I hear that either of those can be the case. But this is frustrating as poop. Alright, I'm giving this exactly one more try. I'm giving it one more try, and then I am gonna take a break, because we're at the 2-hour point. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do Paint Fair. Oh, thank God. Flippin' heck. Kronos says, by the way, CZ has a cave also if you need inspiration. Might be one of my favorite pieces design-wise. I might take a look at that after Game Fair. Just to give it a play. Because I should have all of the chapters unlocked. So we should be able to get it just through the adventure map. Wait. There's no checkpoint up here. That means if I die, I'm going to have to do all this over again. But I do not remember what it is that Marky wants me to do. And so I'm now afraid to engage in the level. If you have the jump ability, you can skip like half the level. Why would you not... Oh my... Marky! Marky, why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta do this to me? Freaking air steering. I hate so much. Kids, just say no, not to the drugs. I have no opinions on the drugs, and you can see where the environmental pieces crap out at the bottom of the stage. Oh, I am gonna lose my temper. Kids, you follow your own consciousness on the drugs, but don't do air steering on layer launchers. Just don't. Did you not notice me mention it at the beginning of the level, Kronos? I was sad. I was deeply sad. Welp indeed. Also, I noticed that the person with the high score that was listed on there was Velma Forever, and it reminds me that Velma is canonically, explicitly a lesbian, and we love that for her. Like, honestly, we love that for her. That's pretty awesome. Let me go to some music so that I can take my break. Oh my gosh. I don't know, oh my gosh, what? But, definitely, oh my gosh. The yawn, I guess? The sleepiness? Oh! Arachno, I just noticed that you mentioned in Aunties that you watched Werewolf by Night, and that it was really good. So Hive should be happy to hear that. Sometimes you gotta go, oh my gosh. I mean, you're not wrong, Hidunda. Honestly. Like, sometimes the brain meats just stop completely. And there's not a reason for it. It's just like, oh. My gosh. And then there's nothing else to say. I kind of hate it, but it is a thing that happens. Oh. Yeah, I think we'll do Paint Fair, Game Fair, Game Plaza, and then we'll do the cave level from Kronos, and probably that'll take us to around 3 hours so that we can wrap up. Where is the actual music though, so I can take my break? Okay, this is really weird, but there's music playing, so I'm gonna go take my break. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. Kronos and Hive, you are in charge. If you have to turn the car around and go home, then I trust you to do that, but I will be right back. I love these vent machines. They're pretty Alright, I am back. I almost tripped over the space heater, and I don't think almost caused a house fire. So that's good. But I think the space heater, I don't want to test it, but I think the space heater actually turns off if it falls forward. Also, I kind of love the lighting effects. I think they're pretty neat. But I don't know where the exit is, and that's less neat. Why is a space heater on Earth? I mean, Earth is in space. That's the thing. I'm gonna have to come back this level and listen to these songs in case I want to actually keep any of them. Oh my god, there's a DJ. I love it. This is gonna be the thumbnail. 2 hours 22 minutes. There's our thumbnail. Waka 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 waka. You. You. I like Fading Monkey stuff. We continue. Game Plaza from Hirunda. That's what we're looking for. Game Plaza from Hirunda. I need to start putting these music levels in my music and stuff playlist so that I can find them easier. Chigao, disco, that is not grammatically correct, so I can find them more easily. There we go. That's grammatically correct. Given the size of the universe, the probability of space heater being on Earth is infinitesimally small. And yet, they are so very common. And cheap. I think this one was only 2,000 yen? It works okay. Hirunda, love, I notice there's a sticker of a man's naked on your moons. The man on your moon is mooning us. And what sticker set did that come from? It looks like Dilbert, but bald. And this is a good time to remind people that Scott Adams seems to have a lot of problems. So that's Lo-Fi Dr. Bunsen Honeydew from the Muppets. Oh good, so Scott Adams is also a thief. He just stole Lo-Fi Bunsen Honeydew and put hair on him. I hate that. I hate that so much. God, Scott Adams is just like... He's gross. I'm still weirded out by the fact that Lo-Fi Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is like straight up mooning us, but less put off by that than by the fact of Scott Adams existing. Wow! Hive! Arachno said in Aunties that Werewolf by Night is pretty great, actually. I will get the actual quote for you. Wow! Nah. The quote is, so I just finished watching Werewolf by Night, and I gotta say, it blows my mind that this is the first feature-length project that Michael Giacchino? Giacchino? Has ever directed because this is super good. Hive has been here, Kronos. But you can always wave. There's nothing wrong with waving to Hive. I'm not sure how to pronounce the double C's in the director's name, but he's directed a short film and a TV episode or two before. Okay. But it seems like Marvel may have put together something fun. And I'm glad to hear that, because I know that you're going to be watching it. So... And I'm not too worried about the load times, Hirunda. Oh, you're watching it right now. Mind Planet! No, it's so good to see you! I hope you're really well. I got your message earlier today. I didn't get back to you yet, just because I honestly crashed as soon as I got home from work. I was so sleepy. Thinking about, like, things to keep in mind if you're going to be traveling to Japan. And I don't know when you're planning to be here, so it's hard to give too much precise advice, but generally speaking, you can expect to make money exchanging into yen and lose money exchanging back into dollars. I don't see the economy getting any better in the near future, so you'll probably do really well coming in, but you'll probably want to... next year-ish, we're saving up cash. You'll probably want to try to spend whatever you exchange, because you're going to lose a bunch when you leave. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. It does encourage, like, souvenir shopping. Depending on what the plague situation is next year, be vaxxed to whatever degree is currently available, because our vaccine rollouts have been pretty crappy, and you'll probably be eating out. So, like, it's not super safe from a COVID standpoint. Oh no, that's a shame, Hive. I was hoping that you'd like it more. It's giving Brotherhood of the Wolf vibes, and I did not particularly like that movie's attempt to marry camp horror with martial arts action. Okay. And Chronos says, does that mean if you convert back and forth, you'll eventually have zero? It's like magic? With the... Because the... Hello, Brain Meats. Hello, Brain Meats. Because you're going to lose a cut every time you change money, you'll probably be in the negatives eventually. I'm vaxxed 100%, got all my shots. That is great to hear. I'm just kind of keeping in mind that probably local folks around won't be. So, for your own safety, like just making sure that you're vaxxed. How do I get to the gun select? There we are. What do we want? Now, are you thinking of... Like, are you thinking of doing travel to the cities, or do you want to do more countryside kind of stuff? Because your experience is going to be very different depending. And also depending on like what cities you go to. I could probably tell you a lot of places in Osaka because I'm really well acquainted with it. And I can tell you a little bit about Tokyo, although I'm still kind of getting used to it. But definitely want the Wiener launcher. We can take 5 guns, I think. Trust me, I'm planning on bringing at least 3 masks. Don't want to put myself or other people at risk. Thank you so much for that. I wish more people were like that. These weapons are more experimental. I want the rocket launcher. 9 pages of stuff, gotcha. My mom wants to head to Super Nintendo World, but honestly I want to visit the cities. Well, Super Nintendo World is in Universal Studios Japan, and that is in Osaka. So, if you're going there, then, like, you will at least be in Osaka. Kronos says, I feel like my trip to Japan would be to fly over, eat somewhere fancy, then fly back home. That, I mean, would be kind of cool. More like Osaka. I remember that, and I was touched. I want the keyboard gun. And I think I could take one more. I should reboot work on that adventure. I mean, I would definitely play it. I would definitely give it a shot. I think we might go just with the simple shotgun. And that should be all of them, right? Cross said I actually had a plan for the Miku Expo a province over until it was eventually cancelled due to COVID. That is a shame. Unfortunately, all my work is on PS3, so I gotta start from scratch. Bah. It was honestly a blessing in disguise, because no way I could be mentally ready to fly on my own. Do you... I mean, is it an anxiety thing? Kronos? Actually, I think I just want to do sack bots. Invasion is fine. Map select. Jungle Bridge. I don't think I've seen this one. Pancakes! How you doing, yo? It's a pleasure. I'm pressing X to confirm match, but it's not lighting up, so hopefully that's not a problem. Oh! That's okay. I wasn't actually on the right spot. Kronos says, I'm the most anxious person I know. Actually, I don't know a whole lot of people these days. That's a mood. That's like a total mood. I got a chainsaw. Vroom! By the way, is anyone here working on the Little Big Workshop level creation challenge? I unfortunately am not. I did play a level today by... Who did that level? Was it Major Maximus? Yeah, I think it was Major Maximus that did the level. It was actually pretty fun. Mine says I know I am putting 100% of my effort in the level. I really want to win that crown. Then I wish you luck, and let us know when you've got it finished, because I would like to take a look at that level on show. Oh, that's a very good idea. Yes. I have got a wiener launcher, therefore, your arguments are invalid. I am sorry, but this is true. Actually, this wiener launcher kind of is not working for me very well. Oh, mine, you need to DM it to Kronos, because Kronos is a mod, so we'll be able to put it into chat. We had problems with bots putting in bum links a while back. Can you do a rocket jump? You cannot do a rocket jump. Pancake says, I'm doing pretty well. Almost finished with the original Bleach, oh fudge, Bleach anime, so I feel so accomplished. I'm glad to hear that. I hope that you've been enjoying it. Well, I mean, Chronos, they're not handing out a crown to me, so, I mean, I feel like it's pretty much junk. Yeah, I'm gonna go with junk. I'm getting swarmed. What? Wait, what? Why am I getting oh, by the bots. When you set it up like not to alarm you, I thought we were getting like a hate raid or something. Question, how exactly do you send a DM for future reference, since I don't know anything about Twitch? Actually, that's a really good question. You're all good, PtaER. It kind of spooked me. How do you do whispers in Twitch? Like, I know how to do it, and now I don't remember the dealie. Click the person's name and hit whisper. Okay. There you are. Yeah. If you click the person's name, it should bring up a little option, and it says Quick Whisper on it. And that should allow you to DM the person. That was like, words are not working for me today. I think I'm gonna do one more. Paint fair, and then we'll go to Kronos' level. I should warn you that CZ might be very broken. I know 1.5 is shot to heck. So... And you can burst fire all rockets if you stay pressed. I did not know that, and I kind of like that. Definitely Graveyard. I'd explain my plot synopsis for the level I'm doing, but I'm doing dishes, audio only mode. By all means, get those dishes done. If you can only be in audio mode for right now, that's super cool. Very spoopy music, by the way. I love that the gun plays music. It reminds me, isn't there a gun that does this in, Gungeon? I feel like there's a music gun in Gungeon. I hope people are playing your Paint Fair level, Hirunda, because this is a lot of fun, and I think this would be really cool with multiple players. There's the loot, and it's terrible. Oh, that's a shame. There's a gun that reloads to music and the guitars. I remember the guitars, but the guitars like play continuous music as long as you're shooting. I was thinking more like there's a gun where it's each shot is a note. Boop, 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 boop. This is such a neat little piece of kit. You did such a great job with all this, Hirunda. I know I was really impressed when I looked at Paint Fair back in... Was this roughly 50 minutes fresh? I can't remember when we looked at Paint Fair. No, because that was Steam Skyward. So it must have been in LBSP. But I remain impressed. Doop doop. There are game credits. You win some by playing a full match. For now, they only act as ammunition for the golden gun. And I have to put my costume back on because if I just take off the stickers, I will lose my tattoos, and that would make me sad. I do not want to lose my tattoos. The songs in the gun include Mario Overworld, Left Bank 2, and The Spanish Flea. Oh, for real? That's slick. We should, when we do the when we do multiplayer next week, Hidunda, and PtaER, if you're interested, I want to extend an invitation to you as well, in doing a little bit of multiplayer next week, for the LBP stream. But we should do Game Plaza in multiplayer so that I can finally get that experience. Because I would be excited. I mean, I am excited, but I would be specifically excited. Then I will... When that stream is going, or like, when we're getting ready for the stream, I will make sure that I drop you a note so that you know. I can't talk anymore. I am so sorry. Like, the talking is just... Apparently... I'd be down to give it a go, test its stability. See? We would be doing science. Hidunda. And science is always good. Or so the claim goes. Episode 0.1. Doop boop boop. Hiduna says, I've seen it work poorly in online multiplayer, but also had claims that it worked well, so... Online, like, it just seems the experience is so varied. Because between the servers being junk, and then everybody having different internet situations... Now, why is it saying that I have not cleared these levels? Because that is not true. Yes, 100%. Oh, maybe just that I didn't ace the levels. That makes sense. Now, Kronos, 0.1, not 0.15? Just to check? Gotta trust the thick layer of duct tape holding it all together? I trust nothing. About Sumo's handling of anything, basically. Just 0.1. Gotcha. Then let us check out this cave. And I think after we do this, we'll probably maybe jump back into create mode to... 1.5 is super broken, so avoid it to share me the shame. I would not shame you on stream, Kronos. So if you're making that request, I will... honor it? Yes, that's the word I want. Sumo's words? Yes. Sumo Digital's handling of LVP is scary. It's just crap, honestly. I love the little stage intros. This is a very good choice of material for the cave, by the way, Kronos. And the floating rocks, yo. Hiduna says I might jump now, though Chapter 0's phenomenal stuff. Hiduna, thank you so much for staying as long as you did. It is always wonderful to have you. I'm so glad that we got to play Game Plaza while you were still in chat. And I hope that you have a very smooth day tomorrow, and that the job search as well just goes Just nice and cruisy for you. Oh my gosh, like, Chronos, the background, by the way, is also something that I used in next week's hub. Like, I did the exact same thing, and I love it. Subtle detail, but the stone material uses both variants. I alternate them between layers. Oh, that is nice. I love that effect. That is such a good effect, Chronos. All of this level is so good. Why has it gotta be so good, Chronos? There's so many, like, just nice, solid little details going on. Well, I mean, look, I can't hold frame rate against you, considering that that's like the LBP curse. The level is very well done, Pancakes. It's a really good one. This is Chronos' adventure called Chapter 0. Going right is the original route. Oh, if you didn't have jump, you'd have to go right. Wait. Why can't I get... Oh, after this section. Gotcha. I was confuzzled. I was confuzzled and confused, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. What happens if we go left, though? Oh, is this to the, what do I want to say? Oh, fudge! Wah, wah. Honestly, LBP3 always had frame rate issues, whether it was PS3 or PS4. So I can't really hold it against it. It's just something that happens and can't really be stopped. Honestly, yeah. The little wheels, yo. The little wheels. It's so good. So good. It's like something Mr. Food would say. Whee! Whee! I don't remember where any of the secret stuff was in your levels. In this level, that is. Oh, fudge! Yo! Yo, hold up there! The dishes have been dished. Take that, dishes. I love washing dishes, honestly. There are few household activities that I find more relaxing. I don't know why that should be. Laundry, too. Even though I've got to go to the actual laundro these days, and I kind of hate that. Fun fact, this cart used to be motorized, but ended up making it ramp physics because... Why can't I triangle? I press triangle. Because this section put me to sleep. I mean, that's a mood, Pancakes. That's a total mood. And I wish deeply that Sumo would just put a little bit more love. What? Yo! 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 Chronos! What just happened there? On the topic of adventures, the one me and some pals are working on is still in development. It's just pushed to the side for a minute. Skill issue. Mood? The gyroscope for floaty stuff is weak. Gotcha. We're looking forward to that group project. There we go. That was needlessly complex. Keep us up to date with that. Mine, and if and when it gets finished, we could take a look at that on the show or on the stream. Basically, I just really want to look at some of your stuff on the show. I haven't had a chance to highlight any of it in the current state, and that seems kind of sad. Wubba wubba wubba. That bit where you... Oh, I was gonna try to point again, and that would be a mistake. That bit where you can see the level in the background, it's so nice. So many choices, so many good choices were made, Kronos. If I didn't already have a thumbnail picked out, it would be here. I'd prefer stream, since the show only allows 5 minutes of gameplay, and you more than likely would still be in the intro level. Okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I have done adventures on the show before, but you're probably right that we'd be able to give it more love on stream. Pancake says the constant lag and loading times and such along with some of the bigger issues prevent me from really wanting to go back. It's a mood, Pancakes. And it is nothing that I would hold against you. Isco, honestly though, you don't gotta be like that. You want to show off Kronos' level to the best of your ability, so that people can see just how amazing CZ actually is. Just look at this. The nice little alterations here between the wood material and the rock. Take that, enemies! You have no protected brains now. Your brains are not protected. They're open and spongy, and encased in the thinnest eggshell of glass. I went back to my old PS3 and found a buttload of old LBP2 saves from back in 2014. I was 10. I even distinctly making up so many backups. Oh, hold on a second. Because I think Twitch cut some of that off. I was scared of losing my progress due to a bug in copied levels. I mean, for real though. In retrospect, that bug was most likely fear-mongering. At least I have them for viewing. It's nice to have that little bit of archiving. If you ever get a capture card, you could put them on the YouTubes. Wait, what? Yo. What was that? Why did I die? You jumped down there. Gotcha. Like forward and layer jump down? There we are. See, easy peasy, 1, 2, and 3Z. I've got like a bunch of old hubs saved. I don't have any level backups, like beyond what's just been published. Do. I have a bunch of backups, including the glitch Springtime in the Gardens. I even found my first world ever, this from PtaER. World 1-1. I wanted to make a Mario-esque adventure in LBP2. I only got up to 1.4. I mean, that would be pretty ambitious for a 10-year-old. Kronos, that's such a good level. I should really go back and play Chapter Z again. Why did I say the full word chapter and then abbreviate the word 0? That doesn't make any sense. That is a senseless thing to do. If only the servers were up, I'd publish them in a heartbeat. Man, Sony, though? Sony's got no love. You know, if Mario takes off, someday we're gonna get like a cash grab LBP movie, and I'm gonna hate it. Alright, I am gonna go, I think I'm gonna show off my, my hub for next week as I put a bow on the stream, because we are getting pretty close to the 3-hour point. Kronos is only recommended if you'd be able to stomach my 2017 dialogue. I mean, pancakes, the violence that you bring to my chat in front of my salad. I love the fact that like Sack Thing is a silent character, and still they would get Chris Pratt for the role. I know they would. Kronos, I ain't got no problems with the 2017 dialogue. I got zero problems with it at all. Or Ryan Reynolds. Why can't we get like Luis Guzman? Would be great. If we gotta have a voice for Sack Thing. If they would like to load in the pictures of my levels so I could find the level that I want to put the bow on, that would be cool. I would like that. I don't remember where the heck it is. Oh, never mind. It's right there. Stephen Fry, voiced by Chris Pratt. That's like... Okay, Toggle is voiced by Jack Black. Would be... I'd be fine with that. But... yeah... Actually, I want a cigarette while I'm putting the bow. The Cave Hub reminded me of a level I made as a kid, Cave Adventurer. No, I did not mistype. That's what the level was called. How did we get 2 shoes when it's set up on random? I hate that. Yeah, I like this one. It was just like a really simple bit of kit. One of the certified hood classics is Distress in Ocean. Oh god, Mind Planet, I hate that. I hate that, Mind Planet. I even got like little animations so that I can fly around the level. It's nice, it's simple. It only took like maybe a couple hours. Cruelty! Rummy. Rummy is a level? I don't remember now. Like, I recognize the name, but... Clove Space, it's also a music track, gotcha. Clove Space definitely got a green circle. I don't think that's any spoiler to show. Des, it was wonderful to have you. I hope that you have a very good day. I hope that you and your family are all healthy and stay that way. What's the worst score that you've given? I mean, I've given the levels red triangles before. Oh! Pancakes! That's why I recognize it. Yes! Yes. I don't usually give red triangles out, but I've definitely done it. We're probably going to be wrapping things up now, Des, but it was very nice to have you here. Well, that was, yeah. Well, the grading system, Mind Planet, is green circles, yellow squares, orange diamonds, and red triangles. And kind of, there's a blue swirly that I never use for levels that I just didn't understand. So basically, red triangles the worst. They're levels that I feel like I can't recommend to people. Green circles are the ones that I enjoyed the most. And then kind of the yellow square and the orange diamond in between, just to give a little bit of gradation. But Kronos is right. There was a level that I played, and it was the reason why I completely changed the way I did recordings for roughly 50 Minutes Fresh, where I had recorded the entire intro. I had switched over the intro for the outro mode, which means I had taken out all the dialogue. I went to record the levels, and the level was like... It was all slurs, it was queer music, it was racist, there was SA in the level, there was gore to the extent that you can do it in LBP, and it was just like, did Sky Island get a red triangle? I don't think it did. I think Sky Island might have gotten an orange diamond. I don't remember, and I don't have... I had actually kept the footage for receipts because I reported the level to Sony. I don't know if it got taken down. I mean, I've still got the notes from the level, and I think the level name was Zadude's Escape. But I don't remember the creator name. But it was like... So obviously I couldn't show that in the show. So in place of that level, I just had like 3 minutes of me complaining in create mode. And I had to redo my intro completely. So after that episode, I always recorded the levels before I recorded the intro, so that if I ran into a level like that again, it wouldn't screw up my production. I was really, really angry. This is the entirety of this set, by the way. Like, it's just super simple. Got 10-second timer to trigger the randomizer. These are all between 4 seconds and 1 second. And then these are all set to slightly different speeds. And we've got the rotations are all set at different speeds as well. It was, I mean, on one hand, I'm glad it showed me a better way to do what I was doing, because honestly, that's what I should have been doing from the start. Because I could always make, like, if I was ever in a situation where I needed to rush an intro, I could always make an intro simpler. But you can't really rush level recordings because there's a set time for them, so it was probably better all around to do level recordings before the intro recording, but I was hot. Like, I mean, I think part of the reason why it was so egregious for PtaER, because as much as I hate to say it, like, I've seen slurs before. You know, it's the internet. I would rather not. It's really crappy that people just throw stuff like that out there, but, like, in and of itself, that's not shocking. And the gore and essay stuff is, I mean, obviously it's LittleBigPlanet, so you're not like, it's not like a snuff film. But I think part of why it bothered me so particularly much was to see that in LittleBigPlanet, and like, I mean, part of the reason why we do family-friendly streams is, you know, just to safety for younger viewers who might pop in, but part of it is just like, it just makes me kind of uncomfortable to just be out there and like dropping F-bombs and talking about really rough stuff. Like, in the context of LBP, it just doesn't fit for me. So yeah, like, I was hot. I was really hot. And I went and I recorded, like, there was actually, I did a special episode of LBSP talking about how hot I was, because, and keep in mind, like, this was, I think, not too long after the Charlottesville rally, like the Unite the Right rally. So, like, we're kind of looking at the tail end of Gamergate as it's evolving into, like, actual fascist movements like the Proud Boys and things like that. So it was very much like a thing that was very strongly on my mind. And, like, not that my feelings on that topic have gotten less hot, but, like, kind of seeing at that point in 2017, because this would have been 2017, what the trajectory of what we were going to be looking at was going to be, and honestly being pretty scared, and I think my fear has been justified. Like, yeah, some people shouldn't be allowed to make levels. That's a mood, PtaER, and not necessarily an incorrect one. Pancake says, I remember I had my experience with some rather strange stuff on LBP. I saw some pretty bad stuff that I won't mention here since it's a family-friendly stream. I'm not surprised, Pancakes. I mean, like, that's definitely out there. There's 10 million levels. Probably over 10 million levels at this point. I remember when I was doing LBP1, like, when LBP1 first came out. Like, so this is from the gate, basically. I remember, like, bomb survival 9/11 levels with, like, hella racist Osama bin Laden and Muslim characters in it, and it was just like, wow, dude. Wow. Wow. You just really put that out there. Just right there in front of my salad. And so, like, I'm not... Enough people thought of that I found it randomly, Pancakes. I never found one of those back then, just 9/11 equals plain. Like, and I wasn't looking for this stuff. You know, I was just playing... When I first got LBP, and I was doing a lot of... I did a lot of community level plays in LBP because I wasn't really good at create mode, and it hadn't really clicked with me. Like, that didn't come until LBP 2, where I just sunk so many hours into create mode that I didn't play so much community levels, which is a super shame. But I was playing, like, a lot of community levels in LBP 1, and, like, I just found stuff like that at random. So, like, it's out there. You can definitely find it. It's definitely gross. Where did my character go? I want to be on screen so I can say goodbye to the stream. There we are. And this is how I get rid of all the emitted stuff. Just a big piece of sticker material with a tag on it that says destroy. Really super duper simple. This is how I did it in demo. Really? Kronos, you have no idea how happy I am that we are on the same wavelength there. Because that's like... I respect the living heck out of you as a creator. And, you know, we've said this multiple times. So, like, yeah, that means a lot. It looks complex as heck, but sometimes I work simpler than you might think. Even got a little rock here to show the rocks that you're supposed to shoot for power-ups in Clove Space. I had it set up so if you hit O button twice, it would make it visible, and if you hit it 3 times, it would make it invisible. Nice and simple. But this was a really nice stream. I mean, I say that after all the streams, and usually it is... I mean, it's always true, but, like, some streams do tend to be a little bit more chill than other streams. Never would have thought about that. I don't know why I set it up like that. It just seemed like the easiest way to do it. Pancakes? You have finished Werewolf by Night. What is your final takeaway? I'll ask the final takeaway and then I'll do the outro. Is it okay? I do not like the Marvelisms. That's fair. That's definitely fair. But we will have to talk about that more in depth in Monday's stream. Next week should be same bat times, same squirrel times, same squirrel channels. Nothing's really changed about my schedule for work, except I actually have Monday and Tuesday off next week, so we might have a longer stream on Monday, now that I think of it. And I might actually be rested, which I haven't experienced in like 3 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about that. I hate that I'm excited about rest, but that is a thing. it has been wonderful tonight. As always, I will remind all of you that please be drinking all the water that you need to be drinking. Try to eat at least once a day. I know, as Quill mentioned earlier in the stream, that sometimes you can have texture issues with food, can make it a little bit difficult, but try to get one thing in your belly a day at the very least. I don't want anybody getting sick because of malnutrition. If you're on any medications, try to take them as close to schedule as your executive function allows at the moment, because that can be a whole thing. And as always, please do try to remember that you've touched a lot of people's lives, and a lot of people have been touched by you, and are wishing for your best life. And I'm just one of those people, but I am one of those people. So, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.